You cannot have a midfield of McRixon. You can't. McFred is bad. McRixon is also bad as well. It might be better than McFred, but actually, no, McFred may actually be more functional. You see, let's just break things down. You see, Bruno is still a classy break. Bruno was the worst player on that pitch. The next worst player on that pitch, Bruno was the worst player on that pitch for the first half. The second worst player on that pitch for the in the first half was Ericsson. But Bruno is still a classy break. But that's a good goal. But don't get it twisted. All because Bruno scored what was a pretty well taken goal, it doesn't take away from the fact of there are still issues here. And I don't think Bruno as a false nine works. It may have sort of worked against Liverpool, who give you more space. Southampton, different game. Styles make fights. Southampton isn't going to give you as much space as Liverpool. That false nine, it didn't really bode too well. Look, I thought Sancho looks impressive. Rashford is still useless and trash, and I keep saying that this guy is completely past it. Because you say to yourself, okay, boom, Cristiano on the bench. Did Cristiano need to be on the bench? You can understand from a stylistic point of view, especially when you see how Cristiano is coming on, that I don't think Cristiano bodes well with the kind of flow of the game in the way that United wants that front, the way that Ten Hag wants that front three to flow. But you say to yourself that those two chances that Bruno had, does Cristiano score those chances? In my view, Cristiano scores at least one out of two of those chances that Bruno had. Like especially the header for sure. The header for sure. Even the Ericsson cross, Cristiano's his movements and anticipation would get him there. But look, a win is a win. So I think they played really well. I think Aribo, Niger boy, I think he came in and he was able to say what's up and everything, man. But I think that there is still some work to be done. That's like you can see for United, they need a controller. You can see why they were going for Frankie de Jong. Now, you don't have to go for a Frankie. You just need a central midfielder, a tempo dictator, a controller in that midfield. Because what you had was Ericsson is a number 10. Ericsson is an attacking midfielder. He ain't a deep line playmaker. He ain't a central midfielder. So you need a central midfielder, a guy who can control possession, dictate games, control games, and then you pair him with the McTominay. Then you pair him with the Fred. So McTominay is the destroyer. Now you now have a Casemiro in there. The idea is either you go 4-3-3, you have like your Casemiro, your controller, maybe putting like an Ericsson in there. Because ideally you could go 4-3-3. Ericsson, he's an attacking midfielder. You have your central midfield control, then you have your Casemiro, your destroyer. But if you're sticking to a 4-4-2, Casemiro has to play, then it has to be. Because even if it's Casemiro and Ericsson, I don't think has the tools to control the midfield unless Casemiro, which he sometimes did for Real, can do the destroyer role and can somehow help to distribute the ball. But you need a guy who is a specialist in controlling. Last thing here, Lisandro Martinez, bro. Some dumbass, boneheaded, brick-like, idiotic, stupid EPL pundit said, he's too short to be in the Premier League. The Premier League is too tough. The Premier League is tough. He's too short. And I said that, who won Best Player at the World Cup 2006? Cannavaro. Cannavaro is short, and Cannavaro is considered one of the best defenders of his generation. I believe these are back-to-back games. I don't know who got man of the match in the Liverpool game, but it should have been Lisandro Martinez who was the best player on that pitch, and he got man of the match here. So where are all the naysayers? Because again, it's not how tall you are, it's how good you are at jumping, and it's your positioning and your reading of the game. Height doesn't mean anything in defending, because if you have this sense, brain, that's all that matters about. So Lisandro Martinez shutting up some haters. For Southampton, just unlucky. They played really well. They had the better chances in the first half. They had made like a really good save on Aribo's header. Homeboy should have scored the rebound. I think it was Walker Peters. So it was just unlucky for Southampton. You just need to be they have to be more clinical in that first half. United, 2 games, 2 wins. Looking high, sort out the midfield, and Cristiano. Does he stay or does he go? Guys, remember, click here to subscribe to that daily footballing content of live shows, live analysis on all our beautiful stuff. I'll see you tonight in the hangout. One love. Peace!